Dear mama, I don't wanna be no doctor. I'd rather do nothing at all. I feel like whenever I try shit, it's like I'm just destined to fall. I know.
What's up, guys? It's me, Ebenezer from Charmaway. I'm here today with my co-hosts Nicodemus and Tyler.
Okay, so
today,
never mind, bro. He got asked, oh, what you want to be? And then puts my government out there, bro. He puts my government out there. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Go ahead. We here at Cre3dtoons, bro. Introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? Cre3dtoons here, just chilling with the guys, you know. Charm away.
we in here.
I'm sure a lot of our viewers probably gonna know, but Cre3dtoons does Little Amerika, funniest animated show in Baltimore history. And I guess that we should start where you started. So where'd you get your start for just getting into the animation stuff? I told you our origin story before we went live, like in high school and stuff. But go ahead, tell us how you first got into it, your inspirations and stuff like that.
So it started like way back. I used to watch all these shows like in the 90s and early 2000s, like Scooby-Doo, Rocket Power, Rugrats, all the classics, you know what I mean? Ed, Edd n Eddy. And whenever I'd watch them, I'd always just want to have my own type of show and like my own characters and storylines, because like I just be so interested in it. It would just do something to me. I don't know, like it was just a desire to have my own type of. It's almost like you're creating your own world in a sense. So I would just draw these little comic books, and I have so many different type of shows just on comic book form, like actual on paper and cells and everything. I had one called Lizard Man, Catonsville, like just crazy stuff. And eventually one day I came home from Bible study. And I just got on the computer and was like looking around, like how can I make this animated? How can I make them move and things like that? And I found this program called Windows Movie Maker, and it wasn't an animation program by any means, but it was more like a slideshow, like PowerPoint kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I would like draw. I would use the different frames or slideshows as frames, so it wouldn't be like animated per se. It would just more be like a slideshow of my comic strips, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of the start of it. And then my brother looked at it. I showed my brother, like, look, I can make them move. Like there's animation. He was like, that's not animation, like because they still had the word bubbles on top of their head and stuff, and the thought bubbles and stuff. And then eventually, I started doing it to where as though they were actually moving, and it looked like crap. I'm not even gonna lie. I still got it. But there were no layers. It was all just a single layer. So if I had to change anything, I would have to draw the whole thing over again. It was just really bad. But that's where it started. And eventually I just started getting into other programs. Like it was this program called Flash, Macromedia 8 or something like that. Yeah. And I started using that. And the first thing I ever made on there, because I tried it before and I could not understand it. It was just too foreign to me. I tried doing this Naruto fan flash video back when that was like really cool to do. And it got a lot of views and stuff. And I was like, oh man, maybe I could do this. And so I started from there.
Where are you posting these at? Are you posting these on like YouTube or like social media at first?
YouTube at first. I had this other channel, and I'll post them on there. They wouldn't really. I mean, that
what
Naruto
year is this?
fan flash got a lot.
What year did you start posting them?
2009.
Wow. That's early, bro. That's early for YouTube too.
That's deep. Yeah, that's way early. That's early in the timeline.
Tyler, real quick, your mic is kind of soft.
I just texted him and told him it was loud, because I remember off the Jack Wiz podcast it was dumb loud. So yeah, get that sweet spot. But so 2009, bro, that's early. You were early on the game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Like I was in the whole phase where Flash cartoons were like a big thing to do, like Newgrounds, and you guys remember like Leo and Satan?
Nope.
And you guys remember that stuff? Like, oh, okay, these old Ed's World, old fan flash animators were going crazy on YouTube and Newgrounds, and eventually that kind of simmered down. I kind of just stopped making cartoons for a while, and then, well, actually no, I always would make them, but I wouldn't post them or anything. I would just kind of have them to myself. And then Instagram came along, and I was like, maybe I should. It was like 2014, and this girl made me an Instagram, and I just started posting them on there, or Cre3dtoons. And
that's when you started Cre3dtoons?
Yeah. And then Cre3dtoons doesn't really mean anything. It was my gamer tag on Xbox. It was just Creed. And I was like, all right, let me just put tunes at the end. It's not like a meaning behind it or nothing. But that's where I started at.
And like when you first start that, you're still doing like what are like the titles of your animations? Are they still doing like original ones? Like, are you just like animating anything you think of? Like it's no series yet?
Yeah.
You're just doing like just
it was just
honing your craft?
Exactly. It was like a bunch of random, super random like clips, and they were only 15 seconds long because Instagram didn't have the 1 minute length things yet.
Mm-hmm.
I would just post these 15-second clips, and I posted like 3 episodes, so 3 clips of just random stuff. And this one page, Ratchet People Meet, they reached out to me and they started like posting my episodes, and that's how I initially got my first push, I guess you could say. I got a lot of subscribers in like a short amount of time, and I was like, oh man, this is like, that's the wave. This is what I'm gonna start doing. And I started from there, and it just kept building and building and building until eventually I needed like a series or something. I just got tired of making the random crap.
So you start, and what is that when you started Little Amerika, or is it a different one?
I started, okay, so there was one called Today's Youth first.
It was called what?
Today's Youth?
Today's Youth.
Oh, Today's Youth.
Oh, Today's.
Mm-hmm. This is basically Little
What year
Amerika.
is this?
Same. This was, so Today's Youth was actually a show I did before Instagram, but I just brought it to Instagram and started reviving it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This was 2014, 2015, I think, when I brought it to Instagram.
Okay.
So I just do the 15-second clips on Instagram of Today's Youth. And it still had the same character. It was Dudley, Black, and Trey. And I just eventually changed it to Little Amerika, but that was later.
So, and then when did you start branding Little Amerika?
That was officially like end of 2017. I did the first episode of that.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's really.
I don't know. Yeah. So I don't know if shout out to Mr. Nick. I don't know if he was on to you before like you started calling it Little Amerika, but like I was telling you earlier, our televideo teacher who like basically inspired us to start doing what we're doing had you playing during class, and had me watching it during lunch, like in high school senior year. So our senior year was 2017, 2018. So once Little Amerika dropped, our teacher was right on it. So I don't know how he was so tapped in. Yeah, bro. You remember that, right, Kuma? You remember him playing in class?
Yeah, but at the same time, did you like when you first started doing that? Were you advertising them, like going through Instagram advertisements and paying to get those advertised? Because nowadays, bro, I was gonna say like I see that all the time. Do you do that now? Like do like the Instagram advertisements? Because I see it like I was gonna say that's like I don't know if it's because like the stuff that I like or like the stuff that I like follow, but I see your advertisements all the time, and not even just on like my main page.
Oh, nice.
I'll see it on like my kind of meme page or like what business page. I see them all the time. Just like, bro, that's what's up. I wish like because like I'll see that cool, way more than everything else. I'm like, bro, that's what's up. I fuck with the advertisement for that because like people don't want to invest in what they make, bro. And I see your stuff all the time. Like that dude's doing it right. That dude's doing it right because I see his stuff all the time.
Like I'm saying, he getting the recognition he deserves, bro. Like that shit is hilarious.
What I'm saying.
My favorite episode is probably the art museum one, or or when what's the one where they shoot Dudley, and Black's grandmother just whoops everybody's ass.
World Stars.
With the switch. I'm like, Dudley got shot.
Yeah.
Bro, those two are probably my favorite, and those are your early ones because at first you were just doing minute long ones, and then bro, you were probably getting fans beating down your door like make the episodes longer, weren't you? they're
Oh my god, yeah.
bro. I know, bro. I was like the 1 minute clips are fucking hilarious. But I know people were begging you for long episodes. I know those take a while to do too.
Yeah.
How long does it
It's
take?
crazy because like.
Yeah, how long does a minute one take? Like about.
Oh man, like okay, so here's the thing, like back when I was doing the minute ones, they would take me like a little minute, like 2.5, 3 weeks just for a minute, right? But now, like if I was to do a minute episode, it was probably taking me like 4 days. Like,
Is that pure animation?
Like,
how long does it
I
take
don't
you to how long does it take you to writing? Because your writing has probably improved as you're going too. Because like not only are the animations good, but your writing is hilarious as well. So you know what I mean? And
thanks.
yeah, so I like that's the animation is probably definitely hard, but like the writing part is probably what gets people like stick around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The writing part's
I
like
appreciate that, 'cause
yeah,
that's the hard part.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what
Definitely.
gets people to become fans, bro. Is the writing's great too. So and you're probably you do. I know the one dude does the Dudley's voice now, but you were voicing all characters first by yourself.
Oh, I actually do. I do all the characters, even Dudley right now, because like sometimes it's hard to get people to. It's like pulling teeth to get lines from people. Like you'll send the lines, and they'll send them back, and it'll be like staticky or just like not really that great, and then you gotta ask them again.
Okay,
and then
I thought you meant like I thought you were saying pulling teeth like as far as like they don't want to do it. I'm like
yeah,
bro, like that's
you got
so funny to be a part of, like,
one
animation.
you got one volunteer right here. Anything you need, bro. That shit is hilarious, bro.
Yeah, bro, that is funny to be a part of that. Yeah, I was about to say because like if people are like just not wanting to do the lines, I'm like, bro, I'll do a whole character. It don't matter to me. I mean, mic quality is the problem, but I mean, I'll do a whole character.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. Like it's sometimes it feels like it's just kind of an afterthought for some other people as far as like
they don't got the passion that you got it.
Yeah, exactly. So with animation, you can't work unless you have the audio. So I'll be having times where I can't do anything until I get the lines, and I'm sitting there waiting. I can't be waiting, so I just do them most of them all by myself, except for the female characters.
Yeah, bro.
Like Candyman, if you guys saw the Candyman episode,
I've seen every single one. Every single one, bro. I watched them all multiple times. But
I got a question for you guys though.
Yeah, go ahead.
That teacher, Mr. Nick, you said his name was. Is his first name Brandon?
Yeah.
Nicholas or something like that.
Yeah, be more Nicholas. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Cause I had him in I went to CCBC Essex for this one semester, and I had a video class. Okay, yeah.
That might
he was really cool.
Yeah, that might have been, like I said, that's he put us on everything. Was that it might have been where he found you from, I guess. What year is that?
Yeah. This was 2011, I think, or
yeah, so he
2012.
he stayed supporting you, bro, because in 2017 he had you playing in the classroom. So
that's so crazy.
Mr. Nick a real one. Mr. Nick a real one.
Shout out.
Yeah, he was really dope.
So you
Tyler froze?
It was funny because when I was in his class, right? He I was sitting there, we had to make this like some type of video, and I'm sitting there working on my show. It was like Today's Youth back then. And he was like, "What is that?" He came over, he's like, I'm like, "Oh, it's just some thing I'm doing." He's like, "I'm sitting there teaching these guys this, and then you can sit over here making South Park." He's like, "Man, this is awesome." He's like, he wanted me to talk at one of his schools or something like that.
Yeah, it was probably our school, bro. It was probably our school. So
yeah, Lansdowne. Shout out Lansdowne.
Shout out Lansdowne Televideo. Art and Communications Department, bro. So you said writing is the hardest part.
Yeah, writing's the hardest part because you got to make it interesting. It's gotta, and I never write from start to finish. I cannot do it. So I have to, like right now I'm working on a scene and then I'm recording and animating as I'm going. So I just kind of feel it out. I have a general idea where the episode's going to go, but I never write it out because it's just not organic to me. Like,
yeah.
when I'm doing the voices, I'll do like Dudley's line. He'll say something and then I have to change into a whole new mindset and personality and do Black's reaction to his voice. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is it is probably hard when you got because you got to go into different personalities for each character. So when you do find the people who got the passion to do the voices, like they can bring the characters to life themselves, but they're also gonna have to like take what the character already has, like because the characters already got their own build, like. You can like you built like a storyline, like every I can feel connection to every character too, bro. So like I said, the writing is there because you can you can say, oh, that was such a joke for Dudley, or that was such a joke for Black, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Gotcha.
so your writing is definitely brought him to life, and of course the animation is great too, but yeah, man, like
Appreciate it, man.
So are all the episodes gonna be longer now?
See,
Candyman was what, like 12 minutes, and then there was another longer one before that too. Party Pooper I think it was like around 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's crazy. And I never plan it. Like, it just ends where it ends, and I'm like, oh shit, that was 11 minutes. Holy crap! Like, but it's I'm at a point now where it's like hard to write shorter episodes because I don't know. Like,
you want to see it go all the way through. You want to see that storyline build now. Now
exactly.
Now that you did it once, you don't want to go back.
Yeah, it's hard. I want to go back, but it's hard to go back because it's like I gotta cut so much stuff, and it's like I'm gonna make shorter episodes, like 5-minute ones and stuff, just to get more content out there because I'm like doing this all by myself, and I know guys don't want to wait.
Yeah, I enjoy the commentaries too, though. I enjoy when you do the voice, like you speak about the characters too, or like speak about the episodes. Like that's also cool to listen to. And I know the diehard fans and like also the bro, and that's you're doing something, or you might be realizing, but like people who are coming up, like, and were in your position when you were in like 2009, bro, like the young animators, bro, that's so valuable to them, like what you're doing with the commentary, bro, because you gotta think they're probably sitting there eating that up, you know what I mean? So you're looking out for like the people coming up with that too, because they're probably listening to every word you say, taking notes and stuff, man. So please keep doing those, bro. Please keep doing those.
Oh yeah, I won't stop doing those.
And so, like, the animation as well, I know you said you had a Mr. Niche class and all that stuff. So the programs you use, is that self-taught, or did you go to school to learn how to do, like, the animations?
It was all self-taught, like trial and error.
Yeah.
If you look at my earlier work, man, it's horrible. Like, it's so bad. Like, over time, you get in your flow and you get your process. Like, I'll look back at these episodes now and be like, ew, probably like 10 years now.
Wow.
Ew, that's just trash.
So looking back, explain how Dudley went from Mar Park to Dundalk, bro, with the hair change. Why he dyed his hair?
So right before the Jack Boys episode, which was like last October or something, like I was looking at the characters, and I'm still at this point now where I'm trying to give the characters personality other than Black, because Black's like the only main strong character. So I'm trying to like develop the other characters, and I was looking at Dudley. I'm like, he just doesn't fit. Like, because he came from Today's Youth was a show basically the same show as Little Amerika, but I added Black in 2018. The first show I did on Instagram was movies, and before that it was just Trey and Dudley, and Trey wasn't named Trey, it was Troy, and there were 2 white kids, so it was Troy and Dudley. And Dudley, I just kind of brought him straight over, didn't change him at all. He had blonde hair. They were like in the county and things like that, in suburbs and stuff. And Troy was a white kid. And so when I moved it over to Little Amerika, I changed Troy to Trey, made him Black, and it was Troy, Trey, Dudley, and Black. I made it to more like a urban type show, like a inner city type show. And the reason I did that, I'm gonna answer your question, but the reason I did
go
that
ahead,
is,
bro. Whatever you want to say. This stuff.
Like back in my party phase and stuff, like I used to hang out like in the city a lot and stuff, and just be doing dumb shit. And I was like, kind of just like being stupid and just being young and dumb, you know, partying and all that. So, I was thinking I should take all these experiences that I'm having, because they're like crazy experiences, and just put them into like cartoon form, and like, because I felt like there was a hole there that wasn't ever filled in animation as far as like city shows. I mean, Hey Arnold kind of did it. Like,
that's why I think people like it so much, bro. It's going off because it's there. You're right. Like, you filling the void, bro. You filling the void for sure.
Well, some shows that did, like Boondocks kind of did it.
You know, Boondocks in Baltimore too. That's in Woodlawn.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Baltimore got that. They got that whole genre on lock. You and Boondocks.
But yeah, I was looking at Dudley's hair, and I was like, yeah, this does not match the tone of the show. Like, they're supposed to be like inner city, like dirty kids. You know what I mean? Like, and he just had this bright or like yellow hair. It just didn't look right. So I wanted to make him kind of like He's inspired kind of by a Toy Story. You remember that kid Sid?
Yeah. Yeah, he had the
On Toy
freckles. You had the
Story,
freckles
yeah.
too when you changed the hair. And the Band-Aid too.
Yep. And the braces.
Yeah.
Yep, the Band-Aid. Just to make him look a little like rough around the edges a little bit. Curly, messy hair.
Yeah, bro. And speaking
Stuff
of
like
character development, bro, I know Black definitely the most developed, but bro, Trey's dad is fucking hilarious too. He's like, I had to get y'all out of there. Your little white friend didn't put sugar in my drink, bro. Yo, and then the OnlyFans episode, he's like when he turns the power off. Yeah, bro. Trey's dad's definitely probably one up there. Trey's dad probably my second favorite. Trey's dad's fucking hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Cause I'm actually gonna change the way he looks though.
You going to?
I'm gonna keep him I'm gonna keep him the same, like the way he acts and everything, but I'm gonna change the way he looks. To me, he looks a little. I get a lot of comparisons to South Park, and he kind of reminds me of like a Black Randy. So I'm gonna change him a little bit, like make him like maybe a little more like chunky or like something else. But yeah, he's not gonna look the same too much longer.
I think what was I about to say? So now when you doing the storylines for the episodes, obviously like set in Baltimore, like people from Baltimore get like all the references. Like you do a great job, like the houses, like the row homes and stuff like that. Like I love how the row homes look every time they're outside, especially like the like I said earlier, like when he forgets his keys and like the bus drops him off, and you get the whole scene in the background. Like it looks great. Now like as far as episodes, like you do a lot of episodes of just like pop culture references, and is that how I feel like that's a good thing because like now not only people from Baltimore can like relate to it, but like you also poke fun at like just overall celebrities. Like you did like the famous Dex one, and you did like Kodak driving the boat. Is that like your thought process when you do it? So it's like not only you reach in Baltimore, but like just people who see it who's not from Baltimore can also still laugh at because like you poke fun at like all the Chicago rappers and 6ix9ine and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So I don't really go into it trying to make it a Baltimore show. Like it just kind of comes that because I'm just from Baltimore, so it just kind of like comes out of me. But as far as like the pop culture references and stuff, that was like I would just scroll through Instagram and stuff and see stuff on Academics' page and like World Star and stuff and just be like, man, that shit funny. Or it'll be like a real big topic. Like I was gonna do one about like Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion and stuff. I just didn't do that one, but it's just what I see and I think it's kind of funny. Like Chop Shop with Young Chop was going crazy.
That's literally about to say that, bro. That one was like ridiculous.
And like I would like looking at it and at all the antics and stuff, I'd be like, man, it'd be so funny if he would have did this, or just running things through my head and be like, that'd be funny as a cartoon, but just change it a little bit, and that's kind of how it goes about like that way. But I haven't done a celebrity episode in a while actually.
Yeah, I mean, I think my favorite one of those is probably Chop Shop. But to be honest, I enjoy my favorite ones are just like Trey, Dudley, and Black just doing dumb shit.
Okay.
Like
yeah, I get a mix of people saying that like some of them want the celebrity ones and some of them want the straight Little Amerika characters and stuff.
Nah, you're right. I mean, even for like the celebrities, like the writing's still good, especially the Chop Shop one. I think that one was definitely hilarious. Like I said, like
I was gonna say that's gonna be give and take too, because like the celebrity ones are good, but like you also like you said it takes a while to get them out, but you gotta crank that out because it's like that stuff that's popular in like academic. Yeah, it's like here and gone in a week. So like if you don't get it done quick, it's just like on right to the next thing. So yeah, I can imagine how hard that's gotta be.
Exactly.
Have you considered bringing other people on to help you? Because doing this all by yourself,
I have considered it, but it's hard to like get people on the same page as you, especially if you're not like paying them. You know what I mean? Like I don't have like a big budget, so like then I work full time as well. Excuse me. But like so I feel like if I was to do that, I would have to like quit my job and just really have like a studio and like have people there with me doing it together. Like unless, I mean, the most I've done outside of just me myself is the voices, and that's even hard just to get people to just send stuff over the internet. Just
do they reach out to you, or are you like ask people to do it? Like, cause you know,
it's funny because they'll reach out to me and then they won't send them. Like,
yeah, that's the thing weird. I can like totally relate to. Just from like any project you have, like it's so you'll never receive the same energy you want to put in. Like a good example of like how I can relate to that so much, like word for word, is like, so like Charmer Way, we do like the music stuff, and like we'll do like big group like music mixtapes, and it's like, bro, like literally all we want is like, you know, send a song and then maybe post some promo, but it's just like, it's not even like their fault. They're just not connected to it like you are. So like to you, you're just like, all I need you to do is literally send up, like click a button, save a file, do something for me, and it's just like, you're just like.
And it's mad weird, bro, because it's like it's their art too. Like when people do the voice, like it's their that becomes their art as well. It's like, well, how are you not pumped for this? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. People are weird, bro. People are so weird with that type of stuff, and especially when you're dealing with musicians, bro. They just.
But that's also why there's not like a lot. I mean, as much as like there's a lot of like, you know, rapping artists, but other than like that, there's not like a large sum of like, you know, like creators like animators, you know, like whatever, because it takes like a second level commitment, you know, like, you know, you kind of just throw stuff out there if you do, you know, like I don't know, like rap or like some certain songs, but it takes more commitment, like, you know, to organize something and edit it, and something that takes more than, you know, like you can't just go in there and do it one time and it's done, like, you know, like. I've known myself, like I'm not like the best video editor, you know, I've kind of self-taught myself Premiere and all that stuff, but like I'll be working on stuff for days. Like speaking of the stuff, like when I'm really zoned into doing stuff, like I'm sitting on my computer like for like 5 hours straight. Like I don't even realize it's happening to zombie mode, just like pushing through that stuff. So like that's why I can only imagine you're like, bro, I just spent 4 days animating this. All I need you to do is send me a voice. You can't even do that, like, bro. That's why like. That's why being an artist is hard sometimes, man. Because like you expect people just to do like even the easy stuff is hard. So like I completely understand your pain, man. That definitely I feel that a lot when I do stuff like that.
And then it kills your vibes a little bit too. You're like, why you not as hyped as me?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh well, I don't never put it on those guys because like some of them are probably just in it just for like the clout or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'll just like cut them out of the. I just won't get them again. You know what I mean? Like I'll just have the person sounding different next episode, whatever. Like so, I don't really put it on them too much because they might not have the same passion. Like just because I'm really interested in it doesn't mean that they are. So and they're not getting paid. So like, it is what it is, you know. Like I'll just figure it out.
Yeah, I just think that if you make a commitment like that, you should like at least follow through, right?
Yeah, because you giving them a chance. Like you said, they reach out to you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It would be different. I mean, it still wouldn't even be different. Like if you say if like you reached out to them and you say and they agreed to do it, like you still agreed to do it. Like and like if somebody asks you for help, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's just what people do, and like maybe it depends. I don't know who you're asking. Like they might not be like creative minded people. They might just, you know what I mean. They also might think like voice acting is just like, oh, I'm just speaking. Like nah, you gotta put life into that character. Like
oh my god, yes.
Like you gotta put your all in that character. You literally have to put soul into that little digital Dudley. Like you gotta do that.
Mm-hmm. It's harder than people think it is. Like one of the hardest things is like, coming home from work and you gotta. A character and like do voices. That's like the hardest part about it. The hardest part.
That's so crazy to me. You work full time and these animations, bro.
That's what it
by
takes,
yourself.
Bro. That's like, that dedication.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like
before, I appreciate it, man. Before, like, it wasn't even a guarantee that I would get like a lot of views. Now with the like, I would post something and then I would DM it to like a bunch of websites and people or whatever, like World Star and stuff, and they won't even look at it. And like now with the ads, I can guarantee a certain amount of people will see it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So like I'll just keep doing that. This is awesome. That's
a powerful tool. I never really considered it like that.
When you so like I know you said you like were getting decent amount of views when like you first started putting on IG and stuff. I mean now you have 50,000 on almost 50,000 on Instagram. I'm not sure how many YouTube subscribers you got, but like when did it really start popping off? Or has it been just like a steady climb?
It's been a steady climb, honestly, and like for like a year or two, it wasn't steady. It just didn't grow at all, and it would actually go down. So like a lot of times, like I'll like recently, like I'll post. I mean, I'll do the ads or whatever. Then if I wait for too long, the numbers will start going down. So like I just gotta. It's kind of like that. You ever play that game, the helicopter game or whatever? You gotta keep pushing the button.
Flappy
the
Bird.
helicopter keeps going like this.
Like Flappy Bird.
Oh, Flappy Bird. Yeah. it's like that. Like if you don't keep feeding the flame, it'll just kind of dwindle. Unless you have, because like a lot of the people that follow you, they're not really your supporters. They're just there to see what's going on. So like you'll have your core fan base, but a lot of it's just fluff, you know.
Bro, I used you as my Happy Holidays IG post, or you posted them with like the little Christmas hats on. I posted on my story, I was like, Happy Holidays, everyone, bro. Like that's just that's just like so funny. Like you see a South Park character, like a South Park-esque character with a Ravens hat on, and like how you not like, how's that just not hilarious in itself? Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
Oh man,
I'm instantly clicking that. Like, what the fuck is going on right here?
Yeah. Man.
How'd you
wild ride.
Yeah, so I'm like the direction you took. It's definitely more South Parkish. Is that like your biggest inspiration? Also, like is that when, to me, like that, like I don't think any of it's easy. Like I'm not trying to say it's easy, but like the South Park, like kind of like paper mache type looking stuff, like just this and then their mouths just moving. Like, is that easier than like other forms of animation? Like, and then like that also seems like it would have more freedom as well. Like you can just switch stuff in and out. Like you said, it's what is it called? Like you're just switching the things out. Like you build the background and then you're switching the parts out as the characters move.
Yeah, so it's like before, like in 2015, I mean my characters always kind of looked like that, like crappy-ish. Even like back when I was doing like the comic book strips with the panels and cell frames and stuff, I was just never really that great at drawing. So when I got into the animation, I was the only thing I ever really did that was like frame by frame and moving like traditional animation with that Naruto fan flash.
Yeah, because that seems like I can't even like think about what that even like looks like. That type of animation. Like,
yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that stuff's probably insane. But
so like when I started doing like that kind of style animation, I didn't fully embrace it at first. I would used to make walk cycles and stuff for the characters, and man, that takes freaking forever. Especially if you're changing the shot. Like if they're walking sideways, that's one walk cycle. And if they're walking front ways, that's another walk cycle. If they're holding something, that's another walk. I don't have time to. I work a full-time job, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make them hop around. Like,
yeah, and to be honest, like that's even way funnier. You know what I mean? Like that type of just like choppy, and like when in the one episode where Trey gets beat up in the bathroom and they just like drop the fucking fish, and it's just like hands just like little hands not even really grabbing anything, just dropping fish falls like that. That's just way funnier. Like South Park and like your show, it's just way funnier for that type of animation. Like with South Park, the Canadians are like the people with the heads in half. Like you can just do funny shit like that, and like it's just, I think that's just better than like Family Guy or Simpsons.
Yeah. As far as inspiration, like I definitely love South Park. Like I've seen like every episode a million times. But my favorite show is The Simpsons. Then it's South Park. Then it's Beavis and Butthead. But I definitely get inspiration from South Park, but it's not like I was going into it like I'm just going to make another South Park. It's just the style kind of progressed that way. I don't know, subconsciously, but it definitely does look a little bit like it. I remember one time I was scrolling on my Instagram and I saw on the Explore page. I'm like, "Oh, what's this? South Park?" And that was my show. I'm like, oh. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get a lot of flack for it, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, if I don't make it like that, it's gonna take forever to.
I'm about to say like, hate for what? Like, who else can do that shit? Like, I definitely can't animate shit. Like that's not like just one of them things where like people can just randomly do it. That like stuff like that takes real time and effort. You know what I mean? Like those are obviously just people hating like, oh, it's just South Park from Baltimore. Like, nah, that's just hilarious. I can't wait for like South Park to like once you're big enough to just like recognize it. Like has anybody from South Park ever like said anything to you? I mean, you got 50,000 followers, bro. Like people have definitely seen it. Like there's no way no one who's ever worked with South Park hasn't seen your show. You know what I mean?
Well, way back in the day, not recently, I haven't heard anything from South Park, but way back in the day, like when I was first getting into animation, probably like 2009, 2010, I reached out to somebody that was on South Park. I found his YouTube page. He was an editor of South Park. He would clean up the clips and stuff. And I asked for advice. I was like, "So how do you make a show? Like, what is like a?" And he's like, he can't really disclose anything because works on the show, so he couldn't, conflict of interest and stuff. So he said, the only thing I can really tell you, the main thing I can tell you is have strong characters. He's like, if you can have strong characters and you can put them in any situation and make it funny, then you have a show. I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Like, if you put all your characters in a room where paint's drying, it still can be funny, then you have a show. Like Beavis and Butthead, it can be anywhere, and it's just funny as fuck. Like,
I actually Beavis and Butthead a little bit before my time. I actually never really watched Beavis and Butthead like that.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen like every once in a while, I'll see like just like highlights of Beavis and Butthead on there. I think their voices are fucking hilarious. I mean, I didn't watch enough to get into like the dynamics of their relationship, but
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I'm gonna say probably I think Butters is probably my favorite South Park character.
Butters, yeah.
Yeah, Butters is hilarious. And then back to your show, like I want to say Grandma Black probably one of my top characters too, bro. Like, and then we don't really see Dudley's. Is that Dudley's father? I think he's on like 2 episodes maybe. On the boat. He's on the boat.
Yeah,
for
but
one.
I was gonna switch him.
Like what you mean? Like change him up? Change his appearance?
I don't like it. It just it doesn't make sense. Like it. He's kind of like country, but it's
yeah.
Not,
That's I was about to say. Like, are you gonna like make him more not so hillbillyish? Because that's what I got from him.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna. I don't know what he's gonna be yet, but at least he's gonna have like siblings too, like probably an older brother. It's just like way cooler than all of them, and he's like always like looking up to his brother, and his brother's just the cool one or whatever. There's gonna be some more characters and stuff.
Yeah, bro. I'm so excited to see the show grow, bro. Like I said, like I'm already, bro. Trey's father is, like I said, one of my favorite characters. I'm so connected to Trey's father right now. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Dude is hilarious. Yeah, bro. Dude is definitely one of the top funniest ones. I mean, obviously Trey and Dudley and Black have their chemistry and stuff, but like as far as just pure comedy, Black and Trey's father definitely up there. One of the funniest jokes was when the art dude called Black Mr. Melon, and then Black starts geeking, and he's like, what the fuck? that shit had me dead for a solid 2 minutes.
That's me.
Yeah, but I think have you ever thought about like reaching out to like Baltimore brands or like other like start tossing Baltimore inferences in, like if like people just like Cashland shirt in the background, or like I know you did the BMA, but like other stuff like that. And
yeah,
like,
I would definitely. I'm actually looking to do that, but I feel like if I was to do that, I would have to like. Oh, Ravens won. Hey. But yeah, I would definitely, be interested in doing that, like in Baltimore references and companies and like people that are starting up in the show. Definitely.
I would imagine like you get to a point when you doing like a Baltimore Ravens episode, you get like somebody from the Ravens on there voicing it, bro. That stuff would be just like I'm just thinking all these like
that'd be cool.
Show can go wherever, you know what I mean? Like that shit's just gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Sky's the limit right now, man. Sky's definitely the fucking limit.
Yep. It is, man.
Just going back on what we were talking about earlier, talking about people and their criticisms. I just had this thought that maybe instead of being like everyone just being free to criticize however they please, maybe people should earn the right to give criticism. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean by that? Like, I feel like yeah, definitely. But it's the internet. Like you can't win against the internet. There's no way.
Oh, so it's just people talking shit in the comments.
Yeah, definitely. And it's funny to me. Like I like it because it means they're talking about it.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
what I mean? Like I don't block any comments unless I block like a couple people. It depends. Like out of like 1,000 hate comments, I'll probably block one person because he's just being a dickhead. You know what I mean? If you call it like a retard, rip off, South Park, whatever, I don't care. But if you're like, all right, you're starting to insult me, and it's just bad taste. It's not even funny. You're just a dickhead. And I look at your page, you have 0 posts. It's just.
Yeah, those
are the ones I'm talking about. Like those people gotta earn the right to give critique. Like,
I mean, I feel like everybody has their opinions. Like you can't take all the good and then not expect any bad. Like people can have bad opinions about it. They don't have to like it. They don't have to. If they're talking about it, that's good. You know what I mean? But you can't. I look at it like you can't be like, oh yeah, looking at all the comments, oh these are all good. You see one that's bad, and you be like, oh no, this isn't good. And delete it. That's not right. I mean, let him have his opinion. You know?
Yeah, I guess that's what the difference between like good criticism and then just people talking shit, like hate comments. I guess that's what the difference is, right? Because you could learn from like the good criticism, even if it's not positive, right? But when it's just
definitely
someone hating, it's like, what are you doing with your time, buddy? Like, move on. Like
a lot of it is just hate, and it's like a lot of it's just a hate train because like it's kind of like the Justin Bieber thing when he was big. He's still big, but if you see Justin Bieber, you're just gonna say certain things just so you can get likes because everybody's gonna like it. So like if it's kind of like just how can I explain it? Let's see, like in a thing today, 6ix9ine.
Yeah, like
6ix9ine,
you know what jokes are coming in that world. Start coming. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you already know what's coming.
So it's kind of like that. It's like people jump on waves, even if they don't mean it, or even if they have no thought behind it. They probably didn't even watch the episode, but they'll just start typing. And it's just like the internet shit. I don't mind it. And I used to be the biggest troll myself, so I can't. I used to troll like, my sister back in the day.
What's the go-to? Just like, this is just a shitty bar, more South Park. Is that just the go-to line all the time?
It's funny. It's usually like a direction and then park. So it's usually like West Park, North Parks.
Oh, okay.
Retard Park or like nigga Park or like it's just funny as shit to me though. That's funny. How you come up with all this shit?
Like what have you have you built like what's like relationships you built with like other animators and stuff like that? Is there anybody else in like Baltimore doing it? Or I mean I'm sure you've like built relationships via like Instagram and YouTube and stuff like that.
As far as animators, there's a guy, Phil No Bet. You probably got saw his stuff back in the day. Like so I think he did Short by Shorty. I don't know if y'all remember that. He does like a lot of pop culture references, cartoons. There's Cartoon Connect that does Lil Ron Ron.
Take
Fairy
notes.
Tales.
What's like
The Berry.
I know like at least I don't like having like this is my goal, but everybody has like a little sense of direction. So like, are you hoping to? I mean, of course, I personally want you to continue this show forever, but like, is that your goal to eventually get this to like the point like where like somebody? I mean, you're gonna keep doing it regardless because of your passion, but like you, in the back of your mind, like you hoping like you get like a job offer on like South Park or like another show like that, or like maybe somebody wants to like. I mean, like I said, your writing's great too. Like you could probably even try to write a show and sell it. Or like you hoping like maybe this gets picked up by like a station or something like that. And to be honest, like have you ever like I don't think they really do because I know old cartoons they used to just be cartoons before like the news or like something like that. Have you ever you ever thought about like reaching out to like a Baltimore like station like the WBAL or something like that and like getting like a little short cartoon? I mean it would be on TV so you might have to like tone it back a little bit, but
that'd be cool. I think my goal right now is just to get picked up by like Netflix or Hulu or something like that.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's perfect.
Yeah, because I don't really want to work for another show. I keep getting people that says like you should start here or you should start here and work your way up. I feel like that's the traditional way. You don't have to do it the way.
And you already did that. Like you already started and you already worked your way up. You're doing it right now. You know what I mean? You already have exactly. you already have something to show for your time you put in.
Yeah. I feel like they say that because you can get connections, which is cool. You can like be directly with the people that's doing it the traditional way. But I don't really want to work for any other show because I feel like then it'd just be a job. Like it'll just be, I gotta go to work and work on these characters I don't even care about.
Not even like The Simpsons or South Park if they offered you like your little dream spot. Okay, yeah, I fuck with that. You know what? Yeah, fuck them. Stay with this.
Do you have a Patreon?
No, I don't. I was gonna make one this year.
You could offer like behind the scenes, like animating the characters and stuff like that. That would
That
be
would
hard.
be cool. Yeah, I'm trying to. This year, I'm going to definitely like have more content and different things going on instead of just my stuff I'm doing now. I'm gonna definitely like step it up a little bit. So,
2021. That's the plan for us as well.
man.
Just keep growing.
Yeah,
Just keep
Yeah.
growing.
that's it.
As long as you improve
Yeah,
them,
man.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Do you have like
that's it.
you still don't? I mean, cartoons I guess are good, and like I mean I think what cartoons really have like a full on story arc that every episode follows. I think like Rick and Morty has like a loose one. Like Rick and Morty continues stuff from past episodes, but like South Park, I mean they kill Kenny all the time. You know what I mean? Like they do a new thing every episode basically. I think like some episodes like have references to older ones, but do you plan to like just keep it just like random every time, or like do you actually want to like build into like a storyline type of thing? Like here's a
Because-
so I know like the beef with like the Pinkies and like the older kids, like that's like gonna continue.
Oh yeah.
But is like what where they blow up the car, like is that gonna keep coming back? This is probably like this is going ahead.
Yeah. See that's a good question because like so I like to keep it random and then have certain things come back.
Mhm.
Which like you said, the Pinkies, they're still like if they see the Pinkies, they're still gonna be beefing. They're not gonna just be like, oh hey. You know, it's still something from that one episode that's like gonna carry on to this one and things like that. Definitely like that's something I want to keep doing. I'm trying to think of something else that I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean like
Pretty
obviously
much.
Dudley doesn't have trauma from his gunshot wound. You know, like little stuff like that. Like
No. Yeah. So it's like it's like pick and choose type deal. With the bring it back.
and you know there's not like zombie young boys running around still.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, man. I'm definitely like early 2021. I'm gonna drop this one episode I'm doing called King of the Hill, and then I'm gonna probably do two shorter ones, like 2 5-minute ones, just to get some more content out like really quick, and do some other things. But I want to get some merch going, and yeah, I'm gonna start pitching the show. So
100% you need to do that.
I gotta get a lawyer though, because like I'm not trying to get locked in some contract where if I pitch the show, sell the show, and I do like 4 episodes and then they shelf it and I can't do the show anymore because they own it. Like I'm not trying to get stuck in some bit, you know. So it's all a work in progress.
I'm excited to when you pitch it. I definitely want to hear like the critiques they give you in that boardroom. Like I want to hear the response to Baltimore South Park is what you're telling me right now. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely want to hear the critiques of corporate members.
Would they get it?
That's what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
like
That's the
they're
thing.
so
I
far
don't know.
away, like so removed.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I looked at Adult Swim and like they have these things going on now where you can pitch the shows to them, but you have to, since the coronavirus is gone, you have to do it digitally. So like I was watching other people pitch their shows. It's just weird to me. Like I don't know. I think it should be something that's done in private.
Yeah, you lose that touch.
Yeah, it's really weird, and you can like I'm just watching all these people pitch their shows, and you can just see the reactions of all the people on the screen there, and they were kind of young. They were probably like 20s, 25-ish and up. So I'm like, oh, maybe they're younger than I thought. I thought they were like really old people that were like that you pitch it to, but it's just weird that you do it online with Adult Swim right now, at least. And I'm just like, I'm not really trying to do that. People can like rip off your show, take ideas from this. And this is weird.
So you were able to watch other people's pitches? Yeah,
You can just watch.
Oh,
Then it's like,
Adult Swim does all that weird streaming stuff though. Like they're I think that's part of their thing. Like I've watched this Adult Swim streams. I'm like I've just clicked on it like trying to watch like a Rick and Morty episode. I see that they're going live. I'm like, or like the Rick and Morty episode ends and then it's just like dudes talking about like this video game or something like that. I'm like, what is going on right here? Or they're watching fish. They're like watching fish play a game, or like. It's so weird. There's it was like fish swing around. They put like a game board like over it, and they're like watching fish compete. But obviously the fish aren't really competing, and it's like just three old dudes just talking about it. I'm like, who watches this? Like, why is there thousands of people in here right now? You know what I mean? Like Adult Swim's always been weird though.
Yeah, that's their thing. That's their thing.
Wait, so it's like a Shark Tank sort of thing where like you pitch your show?
Yeah,
And
it's like that. It's like how we are now. Which let's say you three are the people that I'm pitching to.
I mean, they're
It's
using
weird,
that for they're
like-
using that for content. You know what I mean? People like you, like
Yeah.
obviously you got to see it, so people are definitely probably intrigued about it. But
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, they're just killing
This
two
is not
birds
my
with one
thing.
stone. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to do that, but I understand why they do it.
Me too. It makes sense.
it kind
I
of
feel
cheapens
like-
it.
Yeah, it definitely does.
I kind of feel like that should be more like a personal. You're in the room, you can shake the guy's hand, you can look him in the eye. Like instead of me distracted by all my stuff going on over here, it's just a disconnection. It's just, and then I don't know. It's just like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's the problem we face too. It's like when you gotta tell people what Charmer Way is over like email, it's kind of difficult to convey. But if we could like sit down and talk to them like a podcast or even in person, we tend to do a better job.
And they can
'cause-
feel the love in the room. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Like
yeah.
and like especially with your pitch,
Exactly.
like you're handing them like your passion project. You know what I mean? And like it's hard to get that energy through a webcam.
Definitely.
So are you gonna? I mean, I guess that gives you more time to work on your thing though. Wait until like COVID and stuff like that's done, so you can go do that in person. And you gonna wait till you can pitch it in person to do that.
Yeah, unless like COVID takes over and we're all like in The Walking Dead in like a year.
That's always a possibility. Always in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a merch guy for you. Shout out. Can we give Mr. Curry a shout out real quick?
Yeah,
Mr.
no, I
Curry?
was definitely gonna say if we didn't talk about it, I was gonna say like yeah, if you need help with that, we can definitely put you with our dude who makes our shirts and stuff like that.
Oh, that'd be dope. I'm looking for somebody.
Yeah,
Black owned business.
right.
Awesome.
Yep. Burmese employed business.
Nice.
Those two things keep popping up.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Tyler, you still here? Tyler's been froze for me for the last 30 minutes.
Bro, he's in like
Yeah, I was looking. I was like, is he blinking? Like,
I'm here. I'm having technical difficulties. My door is locked and my cats are scratching the door, so I'm kind of like trying to keep
Damn.
quiet so they don't ruin the podcast. So yeah, I've been here listening the entire time.
bro. I didn't even know he was frozen. I thought the Shui Kung Leon dark energy just had dude in a trance. Like it had me in a trance.
What you guys
You
didn't
took it
see-
too?
Yeah, what you guys didn't see is I had to move the camera because one of the cats were on the shelf, and I just threw like a shoe at it real quick. So I
What?
was hoping you guys didn't see it because he was on top of my.
Yeah, it's animal abuse.
Yeah, cut that out.
Nah, I didn't throw it at it. I threw it near him. All right, let's calm it down a little bit. Let's calm it down. But yeah, I'm here.
Man, so
That's so crazy, man. I've dabbled a little bit into animation, like just making like following tutorials, doing the bouncing ball tutorials and shit. And it takes so much like dedication and just focus. Like, bro, I don't think I got that in me. Like,
it takes
You-
a lot of patience, like 'cause it's
Exactly.
repetition. So like if you're doing like voices, and you gotta lip sync the voices, you gotta sit there and hear it a million times. So by the time you look at it when it's done, it's probably not even funny anymore. It's just like 'cause you gotta see it and play it back. So if you say like, I have to go over there and do this, you have to literally do every syllable, like, and then do it over and over and over to make sure the timing's right, and then you play it back. And
is that the most
Crazy.
painstaking process?
yeah, It's the most fascinating process.
I believe it.
and you're also wearing like 4 or 5 different hats. Like, usually is someone just doing the voiceover recordings, right? There's like a person that does the animation, the editing, like the storyboarding. Like, this is stuff for like teams of people
Yeah,
that you're doing by yourself. Like,
that's the benefit of not taking that job because you're
That's so crazy.
you're the full package now. You're sharpening all your swords. You know what I mean? You're not just like you're not
Yeah,
just an
man.
animation guy. You're not just doing the voices. Like, and I think, like I said, doing it yourself is always way more beneficial than joining like a job setting.
Exactly. Like for you to take a job as like an animator would be going back down the ladder. Like the only fitting position for you now would be like as like the creative director or a high position where like you oversee like the entire process rather than like a small part. Because like I said, you're wearing so many hats. It's like people got to recognize like how many things go into it. Like I think the final product doesn't really show like the amount of work that you put into it. And that's the same thing with us. It's like with the Charmerway shit, it's partially because we're trying to do so many things at once. We gotta like juggle 5-6 things. And there's 4 of us, right? And it's still like, yo, like what are we doing, bro? Like
And are you ready for that? Like, or would you, if you get that offer from Netflix that you want, would you be ready to like hand off your baby to like other people to do the production and do the voiceovers? Like, if you thought about that, would you even be prepared to do that?
Yeah, I would. I would be ready. I just have to oversee everything. Like, I wouldn't want to give them the show and then they try to change it into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I think you should change this because this is funny. And no, we're not going to do that. That's offensive. And, like, I want to have the last say in everything. And I know like certain things I'll take like constructive criticism with to make characters better and things like that. But as far as like a lot of shows do this where they get into these situations and next thing you know the show's not even theirs anymore. They're just there. Other people are just running the whole thing. So that can't happen. So I would definitely have to be like the overseer or whatever. I don't even know the position, but like
creative director.
Creative director.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'd definitely be ready because I can't. If I want to get this picked up anywhere, I can't do it all myself. I have to have a team. There's no way.
You think it's at that point though? You think it's at that point?
Yeah, I do. Have you seen some of these shows on TV?
Nah, I mean
crap,
that. No, I'm not saying it doesn't look good. I'm saying like you're just talking about how like you already changed like a few characters. You know what I mean? Like it's always still evolving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But some shows still do that. To, like when they go on the air, they'll change. Like early Simpsons doesn't look like how it is.
They were
now.
bunnies,
like,
weren't
or
they?
like early. Oh yeah,
I don't know about that.
Life in Hell.
Oh, well, I mean, that was Matt Groening's like original stuff. Yeah, never mind. They were rabbits though. The whole family was rabbits at first, and then they changed into like yellow people. And he said they made them yellow just so like people would be like, "What the fuck is that?" And then like catch people's eyes.
Yeah. So like I feel like if I was to get picked up, I'd still have room to evolve the show. I wouldn't be stuck in one. You know, it could still evolve and stuff.
Of course. Yeah, that's one of the things
Almost
that's
have a
super
budget.
clear. Sorry to cut you off, but
You're good, man.
just from listening to you talk about like how you're planning on changing the characters and how you come up with the stories, like I get a sense that things aren't closed off, right? They're still open, they're developing it, and it's a whole process. And that's great because like you're like an autonomous like being that's actualizing these ideas, right? But in a team setting, things have to be more galvanized, right? Like for you to share this idea with a group, something has to be on paper, and yeah. But I'd imagine you'd still have space for, developing things and being open. I don't really know where I was going with that. Are there any recent shows? Like modern? I guess I don't know how you define modern that you watch or take inspiration from.
I don't really watch a lot of TV right now anymore. I don't really have time. But
Yeah,
if
you make TV.
Yeah.
You make TV. You don't gotta watch it.
What about just in general?
General.
Not even TV show, just.
So if while I'm animating, I'll have things on the side that I'm watching, and usually it's like a cartoon or two. Like what I'm watching now, I like obviously I watch South Park. I'll just watch reruns of that all the time. Simpsons, Scooby Doo, Just random shit like Pop-Up Girls. But then like I watch a lot of like philosophy stuff and like stuff like that. Like it's about space and physics, like how things work. And I don't know, it's weird. Like I like watching things that elevate your mind.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that. That's
so,
that
like,
essence.
I
That's
watch
that
cartoons
soul.
and stuff, but yeah. That's stuff I like to watch while I'm animating.
Then what's your like?
Then
What's your
I like getting into the BS too, like academics page. Like I like watching the rappers go crazy and stuff.
The junk food.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on like Rick and Morty then? Because that's like the cartoon where they try and blend like a little bit of that like physics into it.
It's funny because I never really watched that show. I watched like 2 episodes of that. Heard it's
Yeah, I
really
still
good.
haven't.
I fuck with Rick and
I
Morty.
watched were really good.
I fuck with Rick and Morty heavy.
Okay.
Any anime?
Oh man, I used to watch heavy anime. I used to watch too many. My favorite ones are, I guess, Naruto. I like ReZero. I like Toradora. I like
Taking notes
Planet.
again.
I liked I liked Higurashi. That was good. What else did I like? There was so many, man. I love anime. You have to watch it in sub. You can't watch the dub version.
Yeah. Now the problem is you can't multitask with the subs. So if
Right.
I'm doing something, I'll put on a dub, but the genuine experience is the sub. I agree. I agree totally.
Yeah, I was never a big anime head. I did fuck with Naruto. That's probably like the only one, and even that, like I watched a lot when I was a kid. Like I don't really watch too much anime now. Like you, I don't really watch too much TV. I definitely I don't think I've seen the whole last season of Rick and Morty, but I tried to catch that. And like I'm mainly just the podcast guy. Like we was talking about Joe Rogan. You had Joe Rogan on before.
Yeah.
Before like
Yeah.
I'm mainly just sticking to that. And I mean like I love just listening to like other creative or talented people talk. You know what I mean? And just feeding off that inspiration. And I mean, shit, that's what we doing right here. We making our own. So
Just on the anime thing real quick, like there's like an industry in Japan, right? Like that's a viable market, and they got it down so well. They got those like short series, like 12 episodes, and like it's not even like a show anymore. Like it's really like a piece of art just on its own. Like, and like the goosebumps you get from it, like I be crying sometimes watching those anime shows. It's like, and it's
man, some of them are
a
good
complete package, and it's like small. You could just watch them in a day, and yeah, like I like to see something like that here. Like there's stuff
anime.
like Rick and Morty and stuff, but just in the West in general, like you don't really see stuff like that.
Yeah, you don't.
Son, Baltimore anime
Really
fight
don't.
scene in the Inner Harbor would be funny as shit. At Lexington Market, oh my god, that shit would be fucking hilarious.
Like the Avengers.
Yeah, bro, fuck, that should be fucking hilarious.
You guys remember like how back in the day, I don't know if they still do it, like SpongeBob and Ed, Edd n Eddy and Fairly Odd Parents, how they would have these 15-minute episodes and then they'd have 2 of them in one segment.
Yeah.
That's how I want to do mine like that.
Yeah.
2 in one instead of just a whole episode.
Ed, Edd n Eddy was definitely that drill. Ed, Edd n Eddy was probably my favorite like cartoon as a kid. Bro,
That's dope.
them what were they, Jawbreakers, bro? That episode when they finally when they got to that store and went to the vault for like the ultimate Jawbreaker, and there was just thousands of levels, bro. Like I was just so intrigued.
They're
by
like
that
this
episode.
big.
Yeah, it was just huge. Ed's fat ass cheek.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Ed, Edd n Eddy definitely. I feel like that's a underrated one, bro. People fuck with it, but like nobody really ever talks about it.
Yeah.
It's before my time.
Yeah, bro. That's a good one.
I was in and out. Like I got little bits of everything, but it's a long story. How long we've gone?
Shit, bro. I got no I got no idea when.
What if the recording will stop?
If the recording would stop, I would take my monitor and I would throw it out the window. But I think we going a little bit over an hour. I mean that's good. Anybody any last question? You got any questions for us, bro? Like I said, this you can ask with us whatever. Can we got any last questions, Ebenezer?
I think we got a
Straight.
good bit of information now, bro. I think it was a pretty good talk about everything.
Bro, I'm so
Yeah, definitely. This was really fun because I definitely appreciate you guys having me on here because no one's ever reached out to do anything ever. So
Right.
this is my first interview.
What's up?
You guys are dope from Baltimore, showing love. So I'm definitely gonna like show you guys love and promote you guys and stuff. So yeah, man.
That's what it's all
Thank
about,
you.
bro. That's the whole reason we started doing what we're doing, bro. Whole reason. All right, man.
Charm away, man.
Bridging those gaps.
Everybody take it easy, bro. That's the end of the episode right there.